So St. Mary's School is a pre-K 12th grade parish-sponsored school which is celebrating its 125th year. So when you look at Catholic schools across the country, that's becoming more and more rare. It's not a regional school that draws from, a large area. It's a parish-sponsored school. So that's what makes it special and unique, and the legacy that it's had here in our community for 125 years, it really is a remarkable thing.
When they started school, my heart was longing for them to be in an environment that backed up our Christianity in our faith. And there's so much for us to learn here, and even us, we learn every day through them being here.
We send our children to St. Mary's for the fact that they're able to talk about Jesus, they're able to live their faith, the same faith that we have instilled in them since the day they were born. We want them to be proud to be Catholic. We want them to be proud of their faith, not to be embarrassed, and we want to set them with the foundation that when they leave here, that they're able to be proud of who they are and to continue on that path.
I just love the fact that we're forming future disciples of Christ, so that when they go out in the world, that they are able to bring his love and a perspective of Christianity and faith on the world and whatever they do. St. Mary's School has a lot of strengths, but one that is, I think, always very touching is just to see the tradition of generations of families that have been sending their kids here and how much they're willing to sacrifice for the children and for the school, and how much they just pitch in and do things.
The people that come through the door that just give, and some of them give when they probably can't give, and they just keep giving for the love of this school and that legacy that has meant to them. So then our challenge is that we instill that in our youngsters, so that as these generations go on, there's always a pulling back to the church and back to St. Mary's, that, as we get older, that we still owe that, and we owe that to the church and the school.
It's one school. It's not like bigger other schools where you're all separated out and everything. Everyone is together, and that's probably one of the best things about this school.
Usually the first day of school is usually a big stressful thing for, any family. But coming here it's kind of like, it's a continuation. We had a break, a little summer break. Coming here is like coming home.
It's really nice to be able to see my little siblings every single time I go to lunch or I'm in the hallway, and to know that little kids can look up to the upperclassmen every single day they're in the school.
I would say that we have everything to offer that big schools have to offer in terms of extracurricular and athletics. But very few of them can offer our faith and can offer that truly family feel where we treat our children like they're our own. St. Mary's can offer, I would argue, all the things that a public school can offer, but we can take it a lot further in our values and our shared vision of what it means to be a good Catholic person. We've kind of coined the phrase small but mighty, and when you look at the Cathedral players, 2 productions a year for our kids that are in the arts, our band program, and then all of this, of course, our athletic programs, 6-12 opportunities that a small school can offer is really an amazing thing, from football to cross-country, basketball, volleyball, archery, and then tied in with the Cathedral players. It's really a well-balanced offering for our kids, whether you're into the arts or athletics.
My favorite part of the school is that we're not just given an academic education, but also a spiritual education by all our teachers. That as important it is to know which career I'm going to pursue, it's also important to have a strong relationship with God, because no matter what you're going to do in life, God has to be the center of it, and that's what St. Mary's has taught me.
Until you try the school, you'll never understand why it is such a blessing. That it's a small community, that everybody is there looking out for each other. And we've always told people, I can't explain it, you just have to see it. You have to feel it, you have to encompass it, and just see how it works out.
I think Catholic education has an extreme value. I love the fact that we're trying to look upon everything in life from Jesus' perspective, and then to live it as He'd want us to live it. And I think Catholic education is exactly that.
Yeah, baby!